Imagine slaving away in the heat of a burning building, only to come back to the firehouse and find your food stolen. Again. And again. But one day, my firefighter uncle snapped, and he served up a dish they'd never forget, because it was made with dried dog SHT. If you've ever been wronged, disrespected, taken for granted, this story is for you. Hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle in for one of the nastiest but most satisfying acts of revenge you'll hear all week. Let me take you back to the 1980s. No smartphones, no social media, just grit, smoke, and long, unforgiving shifts at the firehouse. My uncle, a man built like a diesel truck and twice as dependable, was a firefighter. And not just any firefighter, this guy could cook. I'm talking restaurant-level dishes from every corner of the world. Thai curries that made your nose run in the best way. Slow-simmered Mexican mole that hugged your soul. And his desserts. Let's just say if there was a fire and a bowl of his rice pudding in the same room, you'd save the pudding first. Now here's the thing. Firefighting doesn't exactly run on a 9 to 5. The shifts were long, exhausting. So he meal prepped. Labeled everything neatly in the fridge. Marked with his name. Organized. Respected. You'd think that would be enough to keep greedy hands off his food. But nope. His meals started disappearing. Not all at once, just here and there. A bite missing. A dessert container gone. No notes. No apologies. Just vanished. And the one thing that vanished the most? His rice pudding. At first, he thought maybe someone made an honest mistake. Maybe a rookie thought it was a communal dish. But this kept happening. Like clockwork. And every time, it felt like a little slap in the face. A betrayal, not just of trust, but of time, care, and sanity. After fighting fires and saving lives, the least you should get is your own damn pudding. Still, my uncle was a rational man. Controlled. So he left a note. Simple. Polite. To whoever keeps eating my food, stop. There will be consequences. A warning. A chance for redemption. But the pudding thief, they saw that note and laughed. Maybe not out loud, but by doing the unthinkable, again. Gone. Another bowl of rice pudding. And that was it. That was the moment my uncle snapped, not loudly, not dramatically. Quietly. Like a silent ignition before an explosion. The kind of anger where the voice drops low and the eyes go cold. He didn't raise hell. He got to work. Turning point. The plan. On his next day off, he went back to his 5-acre property. 6 dogs roamed his land freely, and they were generous contributors to his revenge plan. He scoured the yard with a glint in his eye. Found a piece of dried, white dog poop, the kind that's sun-bleached, brittle, and just foul enough to ruin someone's day without killing them. He took it inside, set it on the kitchen counter, and crushed it with a spoon like a man possessed. Not with rage, but with precision. Into the mixing bowl it went. Stirred carefully into a fresh batch of his famous rice pudding. Just enough to be invisible. Still cinnamon on top. Still perfect in texture. But this time, something special in the recipe. And he didn't stop there. He took out a Polaroid camera. Snap, snap, snap. Each step was documented like a twisted cooking show. Poop on the spoon. Poop in the bowl. Poop stirred in. Finished product looking mouth-watering. He chilled it, packed it, and placed it lovingly in the station fridge with his name labeled clearly. And then, he waited. Next day at work, my uncle didn't say a word. But at lunchtime, he casually walked into the station kitchen and laid out the Polaroids on the table. One after another. A silent gallery of culinary war crimes. Nobody said a word. But you could see it in their eyes, the dawning horror. Someone in that room had eaten it. Someone had a mouthful of dog poop pudding swirling in their stomach. But they'd never admit it. Not in that macho, ego-driven, 80s firehouse. Nope. Because to admit it was to admit you were the thief. The one who disrespected a brother's time, effort, and trust. And worse, to admit that you had a belly full of dried canine crap. After that day, his food was never touched again. Not a bite. Not a sniff. In fact, people started labeling their own food, just in case he struck again. Just in case he was watching. Because now, they knew what he was capable of. G. Reflective wrap-up, 15 to 20 seconds. There's a certain kind of justice that doesn't need courts or cops. Just a man, a camera, and 6 helpful dogs. Some people only learn respect when it's spoon-fed to them, with cinnamon on top. If this story made you laugh, gag, or feel strangely satisfied, smash that like button. Share your own tales of petty or delicious revenge in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that prove karma comes in all flavors. Until next time, watch your food. And you're back.